Well, it's been a super long day and already a long week. But I have a video series I've been promising to do, which is that I'm going to rip down a 6309. And so I'm going to do that. And that's going to be pretty exciting. And it's just been crazy. Always with the craziness. Hard to get my head in gear. But anyway, let's rip apart a 6309 7040. Okay? Bye. So there it is. That is the all of a 6309 diver, completely in pieces. This is a very standard. This is what I see. This watch is unrestored. It's never been serviced, and there's certain things that I always expect to see when one of these comes to me, and it has never been serviced. The most important thing, because you guys always hear me talk about the lower mainspring arbor port. Well, whoops. Gosh darn it. Would you stop that? So anyway, whoops. There is the lower mainspring arbor port. See how it's got all this black, filthy crap packed around it? That is the material from inside the barrel. See all this black stuff here? And this mainspring, you can see the coil is weird. It's not right. So that mainspring is going to be, and also it's not sitting flat. See the shadow? It's not sitting flat. So the mainspring itself is actually warped. It's what's called coned. So that is no good. We're going to have to replace that. So what that means, though, is I can show you the kind of stuff that is on a mainspring. So I'll get a little piece of paper towel here. Since we're not reusing this, I don't have to worry about being super nice to it. So I'm just going to show you the kind of things that we find. That's a little bit of my special secret sauce. Just runs in a lighter fluid. Benzene, very nice for cleaning things. Let's see. So we take this, we can see this is perfectly, look, I just touched it, it's already turning black. We're not reusing this mainspring, so don't worry about this. That was just one pass. And that's like, and if I go and I were to basically soak this black crap in solvent, you would find this just like haze of metal shavings and everything, because all the plating on the inside of the barrel got eaten away and all that stuff, and it's gnarly. And that stuff, it's an abrasive, it forms an abrasive mixture. Now, in the bad old days, I used to open up watches and I would find that people who were trying to be cute wanted to try to get more oomph out of the mainspring, and so instead of installing a new mainspring or cleaning it, they would just pop open the barrel, and then with all that stuff still on there, they would just put some oil in there. So the oil would get all mixed up, and all the black stuff would get kicked up into the mix, and it forms this thing called an abrasive slurry, and it's like a liquid sandpaper. You can see this barrel here. See, it's got that black stuff. As the barrel works, that stuff would work its way out, and it is abrasive. So that's one of the reasons why we see bad lower mainspring arbor ports. I'm going to clean this off, and we're going to see what we find. So here's another one of my handy dandy little tools. I just like to get a basic Q-tip, a little bit of benzene on there. And let's just clean that up, and let's just see what we see. That stuff is super gross. Super gross. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. Let's see what we see. Yeah, it's a little It's definitely, it's ovaled out. It's hard for you to tell. I'm going to look under a big magnification here. Yeah, because there's a chamfer around the edge, and you can see how far away it's worn, and you can see the eating, how it ate away. So it's the usual thing. It's hard to see in this, but this, it pushes, and it eats away this side and pushes, and then the whole barrel starts to tilt like this. Now, this wasn't super bad. Believe me, I have seen far worse, but that ain't great. That's more of that black crap from the inside the barrel. And I just like to, one of the things you do when you're inspecting is you go through and you do basically a rough first clean if necessary, because you want to be able to inspect everything. And then I'm going to go back through and I'm going to hand clean most of everything before it goes through the ultrasonic, because if I just dump this incredibly dirty stuff into the ultrasonic, and this is just a rough, believe me, I'm going to go back and do it again. And if you dump all this junk into the ultrasonic, you're going to drastically shorten the life of the cleaning solution you're using, which you don't want to do. And plus, you want to be able to inspect and make sure that everything's okay. So now I'm going to look at this is the train bridge, and there's the bushing for the upper end of the mainspring arbor port. And just looking at that close, I've seen worse. It's definitely worn, though. You can see, under magnification, I can see the inside edge here is worn and actually pushed up in a little lip. You see that little bright line right there? That's the metal actually pushed up. So I'm going to need to replace this with another jewel, and that's fine. I'm going to have to look very closely at these holes here in this jewel and then start to play with lash and stuff, but I want to get it all clean first before I do that. So that's some of the stuff that I do when I'm going through inspecting. And that's the most important thing, really. Other things that are really important is how the cannon pinion and the center wheel are doing. That's a real big deal. That's because a lot of power. If this is loose, if this is slopping around, it can suck off a lot of power. And that's it. So I'm gonna go through, clean this all up, get it ready to go, put it through the cleaner, and we'll look at it on the other side and see how it goes. Okay, so as this was the number one piece of wear to the watch, this is the most critical element. This is the part that I'm going to show, because the rest of it was very straightforward. Now, I know you guys are complaining, oh, we want to see you put one together. There still isn't any way for me to do that. I have to be right on top of it, and all you would see was the back of my head, which is no fun. Okay, so you will remember that the lower mainspring arbor had like this just gash of this whole corona of black garbage, and it was definitely worn. It was ovaled out to this side, so this gets machined out. This is a Swiss made ring jewel. This is nice quality, custom special made only for us in Switzerland via an American company. And so they're burly, they're thicker than they need to be. They're overbuilt because I want this to be a permanent fix. Anyway, so there it is. It's pretty exciting stuff. But the nice thing is this, like I said, it's a permanent fix. This lower mainspring arbor port will just, it shouldn't have a problem at all anymore. It should be good for a long time. Isn't that neat? Okay, well, let's put it together. Okay. And there we go. Isn't that nice? You know, it's subtle differences, and the watch looked good before, but now, I mean, it's so clean. Nice and clean. New crystal, new seals. You can see the original case and the condition of the original case, which is good. There it is in all of its glory. It has a little patina on the sweep hand here, and a little bit of graying out on the loom here, but you know, making something clean makes it so much better. Everything's clean, everything's the way that it should be. It's just great. So nice to be able to take a watch and give it back to a running life and have it be on a wrist, and that's just going to be excellent. Okay, I thank you so much, and thanks for watching this series. Hopefully it was informative. I'm going to keep doing them, and if you have any questions about the process, please let me know. I am working on getting sort of a headset thingy, but honestly, it's not a priority right now, but I am working on it. And I've had some good suggestions for what to get, and I'll keep pushing towards that. Okay? All right. Well, thank you so much.